Please let me tune into spirit and be protected. And may everyone watching this video be protected too. And let's raise the energy for Jack and Lily Sullivan. Please let us all pray for them to be found. Okay, so before I start this reading, I just want to get one confirmation of my own with spirit, because I think I just seen a sign. I'm actually shaking. I'm like, okay. I try to convince myself that things aren't signs until I get another sign, and then I'm like, right, okay, just deal with it. It's a sign, but let me get the confirmation. Was that a sign? Go. The time is right. Okay, let's do it now. That's my confirmation. This reading is going to be about Malehya. So are my thoughts and my thought process about Malehya, am I on the right track? And should we do a reading about this, please? And thank you. Reconsider. Let's get one more. Listen to your intuition. Okay, so these two together, the reconsider is telling me that I don't have the full story. But because there's a bigger and a smaller rock, it's like the smaller rock is looking up to the bigger rock. And because we've got the moon in two different phases and the time is right, this to me is telling me what I need to know. Because Malehya has retreated somewhere to her parents. And of course, she does have First Nation blood, Indigenous, Mi'kmaq. And that's where my thought process was. I don't know if she's actually on the reserve, if that was her father, her mother, or, I don't know. Obviously, her parents aren't together. But I just wanted to know if her thought process and how she's acting, we don't understand it because we don't understand their traditions. It's very tribal, very community based. And I came across something when I was just looking up about the tribe, that the concept of guilt is a shared one for the community. So even if Malehya was feeling guilty and she retreated somewhere, it's like she reconsidered her guilt. Regroup is the word I'm hearing. And that's why she's not overtly showing this guilt, because in her mind, guilt is something that should be shared within the community. So I think her impression of guilt is different from ours, hence why we don't understand. So I'm going to put the screenshot here so you can see exactly what I read. I'm going to look into it more, but we have to trust our intuition sometimes, but it doesn't mean our intuition has all of the answers. It just means we're on the right track, but we need a bit more time and consideration to actually find out the truth behind it. Okay, so I watched a video last night and it was a little bit scary and disturbing what this guy was saying on the podcast. I don't know if any of you guys watch Black Balloon. Hey!
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hi, you alright?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're busy.
Oh yeah, I'll be out in 5 minutes, sorry.
Okay.
So let me see. In regards to this video, let's see the video I watched last night. So it was a bit much, and of course it's not all exactly as it states in the video, but I want to know if these traditions are still going strong. So let's see. Malehya, how does she feel? Does she feel guilty, or what is her concept of guilt right now? Can we get 3? We'll get 3 to clarify then. 7 of Cups in reverse. So a lack of options, no other choice, a lack of distractions, focusing on one thing. And to me, this is your grief, but share it among the rest of us. Malehya's concept of guilt, her own guilt. Does she have it? Does she feel guilty? 10 of Pentacles, accomplishment, family. I feel like she was leaning on a family member. And because my dad came in, this is telling me that it could have been her father she was leaning on for support, a family member, someone she looks up to, but she is also with her mother, apparently. So she really does look up to and depend on her parents for support. Guilt, guilt, guilt. The Sun, success. Go, the time is right. And this always comes up for Malehya because after what happened, after a tower moment, she used this tragedy as her chance, her escape to a new life. She was considering it for some time, but it took something happening and cups overflowing and no other options in order for her to go towards her happiness, her success. We've got the Sun and the Moon here, and this is telling me that when it comes to the Sun, the Moon, they're sacred. They're like parents. The way I see it would be, you know, Mother Moon, Father Sun, or vice versa. Father Moon, Mother Sun. But they're both sacred, especially when it comes to Indigenous beliefs. This is in the family, the community. And when you feel like your cups are empty, the concept would be to come back and allow everyone else, the rest of the family, the community, to bring you sunshine again. We also have Two of Pentacles, balance, and I feel like this is in regards to Jack and Lily, because as we've picked up many times before, you can't have one without the other, and we do have the Moon in the background again. Five of Pentacles underneath, loss. So there was a loss because of a lack of balance, but there's two coins here. So if there was an accidental loss of one coin, what happened to the other coin? Spiritual, sacred values. And with the Queen of Pentacles, this is a mother card. So I do feel like she went to her mother, she went to her father. Even if they're not together, I do feel like the family is in communication. We've got a rabbit again, and we always pick up that the children could be in a rabbit hole, a foxhole, dens, habitats. I do feel like they were hidden there by night. There is mountains and water around them, but the earth is there. So they're not just in the water. This is a combination of all forces, and it could be very spiritual. The Knight of Cups came to help her save the day. So let me quickly just get some clarifying messages, and we may have a quick look at the dictionary. So in regards to Malehya, we have the Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. So after a loss and bitter lemons, make the most of your loss. There is a pentagram here on the lemonade. Keep that in mind. We have toxic witches. Be careful of those who take more than they give. So she was feeling left out. Her cup was empty. She literally has an empty cup here. So where she was living with Daniel and their family, she felt like she was left out, misunderstood. Her cup was empty emotionally. She felt void, and she was in a toxic relationship. She felt like his family was toxic. Maybe she feels like her family is toxic, but if we're being left out of one group, we want to go back to the group we started with, our own family group. She wanted to feel at home, and she made the most of a tragic circumstance. And it's like she wanted to redeem or make this circumstance go more in her favor in some way. So can we clarify Seven of Cups in reverse? We have the Emperor, ego. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility, and she had a lot of responsibility. She didn't listen to her intuition and she dropped it. And there's a compass in her hand, so I feel like she was just waiting for the opportunity to leave. The question is, did she create this chaos, Or did she just escape when the chaos was high? Can we clarify the Ten of Pentacles for Malehya, please and thank you? This one wants to come. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. Let me see. Some people are like pumpkins to your spice. So yeah, a love overturned in her family situation. She was reconsidering this relationship, this family. She wanted to go back to her first family, First Nation. And look at all these pumpkins. How many times have pumpkins come out? And yeah, I mean, Reverend Donna, if she says pumpkins, I'm going to believe her. So look at the pumpkins, the pumpkin fields. With the balance energy in the family, to me, this is a way of hiding the children. Something about seeds. There's something sacred about seeds and growth. And this is about growing from a bad situation, growing from a loss. So she's still trying to grow from this. Can we clarify the Sun for Malehya? We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. True success isn't about money. It's about happiness too. So she was unhappy with a masculine figure, the King of Pentacles in reverse. So she was happy with her second family, the father of her children. So she wanted to go back to the first resort, First Nation, her father. She wanted to leave Daniel. She wanted to go back to her own family. She wanted a new beginning, a new start. But she had to make the most of a tragic opportunity. And this did come out for Jack and Lily. I think it was Jack's energy in particular. So we do have the pentagram again. Shop. What was being sold? Did she sell one of the children? Both of the children? But to me, she didn't want this to be exposed. So she had to go back to basics, is what I'm picking up. We do have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And this says, treat yourself to something shiny and new every now and again. This is purses she has. And there's a window here, trees. So she felt like she couldn't treat herself. She felt like she couldn't be happy. And it's like now she wants someone to pay the price for making her feel like that. So is this payback in her mind to Daniel? This situation, she made the most of it by making it look worse than it is for him. And yeah, I do feel like there was some sort of manipulation on her part. Let's just get 3 more. We'll get 1 page in the dictionary. So yeah, because I don't have a lot of time. So I feel like someone said that to her, or she said that to someone. Malehya Brooks Murray, please and thank you. We have, you're taking too much energy that's unhealthy. So she felt drained of her resources, her energy, her looks, her happiness. She felt underappreciated. She felt cursed. I feel like she could think that her family has a generational curse on it. A lot of these fell out. The work you're putting in is paying off. So someone was putting in work to hide this, the pumpkins. And it's making me think of the nursery rhymes again, because that's how Reverend Donna got her clue, from a nursery rhyme. And I also did see, and I screenshot it, I'll put it here, about the nursery rhyme, London Bridge. And they thought it was cursed in the sense that if there wasn't a body in the bridge. And the pumpkin rhyme was about Peter putting his wife inside a pumpkin or inside a wall. These things change over time. Same with London Bridge. But the second verse, put her in and lock her up. That was because children's bodies were put inside London Bridge because they thought they'd be cursed or the bridge would be cursed. Something about superstition, that something's cursed. And maybe these traditions are still being kept up from people who want to keep these traditions going. It's safe to make that adjustment. But I think this came in reverse. So something unsafe happened and she needed to retreat to safety, but something went from bad to worse. This situation will be victorious. Brand new, stable beginning. I feel like she does have another lover and she's been thinking about this new beginning for some time. She will be victorious from a tragic situation, but she put her children in an unsafe position. So let's finally just get one message from the dictionary and we will see just one for Malehya. Okay. Participate, to passerby. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way just so I can show you the words I'm pointing at. And this, what to say, what is this? The Four of Wands. Let me see what this says. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. There is candles around here and it says a place to hang your witch hat. So someone's a witch, someone does witchcraft, and this is family and friends. She went to where she feels safe, her first family, because she wanted to leave this family, this situation. Let me move this and put this here. I'm going to kind of hold it so you can see. Okay, so we have participate, participle, very small piece or amount, particularly parting, leaving or separation. So she wanted to leave. Partition. I'm hearing partition by Beyonce. Come on, ladies, get in partition, partly. So she's partly responsible, but not completely. But in some ways, she definitely is a partner. So this partner she has could be married. Parts of speech. Partridge. I'm hearing partridge in a pear tree. Part-time. Guilty party. So a person who is involved in an action, he is the guilty party. So I feel like she feels partly guilty, but not fully. There's other players, possible, just about acceptable or all right. Her living was possible until it was unlivable and something happened. A passage, I do feel like the children had a passage from somewhere, from their home to somewhere else. But they did pass over to the other side, a passageway, a passenger. They were the passengers in a car. So who was driving this car? Passerby. She was hoping people would think it was a passerby. This is about her passion, passionate, passive. She was very passive in her mindset, void in her mind. But she didn't think this would happen. And now that it did, pass over. So something about religion, a festival. The children went missing. The night of Beltane, a Passover. So slavery, were they sold into slavery or were these people? The First Nation used to be not in slavery, but restricted. So she felt like an underappreciated slave and she wanted to make the most of like the moon cycle or the time that it was. Password, there could be a secret password and this is how you could communicate certain words, phrases, chants. Past, what was past? She felt like her relationship with Daniel was past its sell-by date. Pasta, paste, pastel, pasteurize, pasteurization. A pastille, a sweet, so something that was consumed, but maybe something jelly. This could be edibles of some kind. Pastoral, to do with the country. Someone who could be a past particle. So someone from her past, and now she's focusing on her future. But she can't focus on her future or build this future without calling on her past to help her out of this situation. It's a sticky situation. I'm hearing a song, Sticky Situation by FKA Twigs. Pasty, looking pale and unhealthy. So maybe the children were pale, pasty, and we did pick up sickness, nausea. And one of my lovely subscribers, MJ King, has done a remote viewing twice, and twice she picked up on this nausea. So when the children were being brought somewhere, they were picked up in a car. Malehya knew about this because she arranged it, but they were feeling sick, or if Lily had already had an accident, this was Jack feeling sick. Because it's like he had some sort of insight and a bad feeling about what was going to happen. And, you know, he couldn't be kept around, I think, because there comes a point when you see too much. He was in an impossible situation, literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what do you do then? Who are you going to call? That's the question, because whoever Malehya called is the reason why she is still there and not feeling guilty, because the way they think about guilt is not the same way as we do. And she wants to focus on the future because she felt stuck in the past and the unhappiness for so long. That's why she feels justified in this behavior, because she thinks no one understands or can see the full story. But hey, at least we're trying. We're looking at it from all angles. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, I will be happy to read them down below. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay updated for all the latest readings. You can check out my true crime playlist. And I hope to see and connect with you all again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless.